Southeastern Conference Whip Around, sponsored by AT&T.
For Ole Miss, this trip to Gainesville is looming maybe a bit larger than it was a couple weeks ago. Florida is 4-0 and ranked, coming off the big victory against Tennessee. And Ole Miss is trying to get back to their recent form. Did not play as well last weekend in a victory over Vanderbilt. The big key will be Chad Kelly, the Ole Miss quarterback, threw 2 interceptions against Vanderbilt, did not look particularly sharp. And this is a Florida secondary that's only allowing 104.5 yards passing in SEC play. It is hard to throw on Florida. You've got to run between the tackles, and that is not what Ole Miss does best.
Number 13, Alabama, traveled to Athens to face Georgia in a matchup featuring 2 of the nation's top backs. Nick Chubb, 599 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 422 and 8. But this game will come down to quarterback play. Whoever makes the fewest mistakes between Jake Coker and Grayson Lambert, his team will win the game.
Leonard Fournette is averaging 8.6 yards per carry for LSU and already has 8 touchdowns this early in the season. The only issue for LSU is how much they want to use him, especially in games like this weekend against Eastern Michigan, where it's probably not going to matter. How many carries does he get? How many yards does he put up? That's the only intrigue here.
Auburn will try to rebound from its 5th straight Southeastern Conference loss Saturday when it hosts San Jose State at Jordan-Hare Stadium. This game will feature 2 of the worst rushing defenses in all of the country, but Auburn's got some offensive problems too. Last week represented Sean White's first ever start at quarterback, but more importantly to Auburn fans, the first ever college game in which Gus Malzahn was coaching on the sideline, where his team didn't score a touchdown.
Texas A&M is 4-0, and they're doing it of all things with defense. They are 50th in the country in scoring defense, but the big key, they are 4th in the country in tackles for losses and 2nd in sacks. They are getting the job done, and they will have to keep doing that this weekend against a Mississippi State offense led by Dak Prescott. That's a team that does not really scare you on the ground. They don't really run the ball. They're doing it with the short passing game, the quick game. Prescott is hard to bring down, but if anyone can do it, it's Texas A&M.
Through 4 weeks of the season, neither team has lived up to those exceptionally high expectations placed upon them in the preseason. The teams have combined for 5 losses. And Saturday night in Knoxville, either Arkansas coach Brett Bielema or Tennessee coach Butch Jones is going to find that their seat is starting to grow a little bit hot.
Southeastern Conference Whip Around, sponsored by AT&T.